Hey guys, how's it going? It's your Dokkan Tuber back with another video. Today we'll be continuing our Rise of the Old Gods card reviews with Priest today. I know a lot of you don't like Priest or will never even touch the class. I hate it myself too, it's just annoying and not that great to be honest with you right now. So make sure to leave a like and comment, subscribe because I'm doing a great thing here to, reviewing these Priest cards for you. Most YouTubers, they just skip over Priest because they hate it, but, your Dokkan Tuber does it for you. So let's just start with the video. We got Insight, 2 mana spell draw, minion corrupt, reduce its cost by 2. With Priest, you're just going to pass and hero power and control the board, so it's easy to corrupt this kind of card. In a tempo deck, this is obviously terrible, but Priest, you're not going to really do that kind of shenanigan, so pretty good card. Then we got 3 mana 4/3 Faire, Grand Fool, Taunt, Corrupt, gain +4 health. So let's say you play Holy Nova on turn 4, then you play this on 5 with 2 extra mana to hero power or renew or something. It's a 3 mana 4/7, so it can easily cause some problems for Illidan, like it says right here. He's not going to be prepared for that, so or even any class this causes some problems. So very good card for Priest. Then we got Nasmani Bloodweaver, 3 mana 2/5. After you cast a spell, reduce the cost of a random card in your hand by 1. So this is kind of your miracle spell, spell heavy Priest with Sethic Veilweaver. You just play a bunch of spells that cost like really low, like Renew, maybe even Silence, Raise Dead, or something like that. And you just make everything cheap in your hand, which makes some stuff easier to corrupt, like the Insight and other things like that. Fair and Fool. So very good card. 5 health makes it hard to kill, so your opponent, they want to kill this because they know how much value you can get out of it. But it's very difficult because of the 5 health thing. So, pretty decent card. Then we got Palm Reading, 3 mana spell, discover a spell, reduce the cost of spells in your hand by 1. So the spell that you discover from this also costs 1 less, so that's important to note. So great in honestly any Priest, even obviously Miracle Priest, that's what we're thinking about with this card, but any Priest is good. To reduce even the cost of 2 or 3 spells is pretty decent. And yeah, so this is a great card for Priest. I mean, the Priest spells are very strong, so reducing the cost gives even more value to what the class offers. So, good card. Then we got Auspicious Spirits, 4 mana spell, summon a random 4 cost minion, corrupt summon a 7 cost minion instead. This seems really good, like, oh yeah, 4 mana, 7 cost minion, but honestly, 7 cost minions are kind of hit or miss. You can get like Ancient of War, Ancient of Lore. Obviously, there's some good ones in there, like the Priestess of Fury, or, there's a lot of other ones you guys know. But it's just random, and just wastes, spending 4 mana, and you're going to be behind on board most likely. It's just too risky for me to play this card in my deck. I mean, you can corrupt it, you can play something for 5 mana, and it's just on turn 6, at earliest, you play a random 7. It could be good, it could end the game easily. But just the randomness of it in 4 mana and you have to corrupt and all that is it's just too much of a clunky card and liability that you can't really trust. So I don't think this is a good card at all. They got the legendary, the nameless one. 4 mana 4/4. Battlecry, choose a minion, become a 4/4 copy of it, then silence it. This is really, really interesting card. I actually pulled this card in my initial pack summoning. It seems pretty decent. I kind of like it, but the thing is right now, silence isn't that great of an effect because people are just playing cheap stuff that just doesn't have like high attack. It's just a bunch of cheap stuff every turn. So this doesn't really have any value in that kind of meta. Maybe if there's a more control-focused meta, this card's really good. I mean, honestly, there's some decent silence effects. You're playing into Warrior with like Rattlegrow or something. That's a great one to do. Use it on, or Paladin with all the Labrums. You can just deny them from that player. Very cool card. I don't think it's good right now, but I could see that it's going to be very good down the line when they hopefully don't support as much aggro as they do right now. So yeah. Now we got the Fortune Teller. This was revealed pretty early on. 5 mana 3/3 Taunt Mech. Battlecry, gain +1/+1 for each spell in your hand. I don't really like this card. You want this thing to be a 6/6, right, to even get some value out of it. Being a 5/5 is terrible. You'd rather just play something else. The chance that you have 3 spells in your hand, it's not that bad, but if you don't, then this card's just like sitting there and just not doing anything. So I think this card's just too unreliable and can't be really run in Priest. Maybe if it started as like a 4/4 or something like that. Then we got another legendary, Gahoon the Blood God. 8 mana, 8/8 battle cry, draw 2 cards. They cost health instead of mana. And not just for that turn. So let's say you draw, I don't know, Murzon the Infinite and Mindrender. First one you lose 8 health, second one 3 health. That's pretty good because Priest has a lot of healing. So you can afford to use your health to your advantage. But just 8 mana right now, I don't think it'll be played because if you're losing health as well, I know the Priest has healing, but not enough to like keep up with all the aggro and stuff like that right now. So this card could see play in the future, but right now it's not that great. Then we got Idol of Yashadash. 8 mana spell, summon a 10/10 copy of a minion in your deck. So you want to summon something that has some value, death rattle, that kind of stuff. 8 mana again. Oh, this is one of the pieces of the Elder Gods, by the way. Like the Mask of Cthulhu we reviewed earlier, a Jewel of N'Zoth and Hunter. This is good with the next card we're going to look at. But honestly, 8 mana cards, just none of these can see play. I'll talk about it later, how all these cards fit into the meta, but it's a good card if it can be played, but it can't really right now. Last, we got the Blood of Gahoon, 9 mana, 8/8 elemental taunt. At the end of your turn, summon a 5/5 copy of minion in your deck. So ideally, going back to it, you play this Idol of Yashadash, get this Blood of Gahoon, and maybe summon another Blood of Gahoon, and then your opponent will just get sick and just concede with all the resurrecting happening with Priest. It's even an elemental, so maybe some kind of N'Zoth synergy. They try to keep that in every class for some reason. So yeah, it's an interesting card, 9 mana, I don't know if you can get there, but it is taunt, so it helps with protecting your face. So yeah, I know it was a little quick one. I think overall the Priest cards are, the low cost ones are good, the high cost ones. The thing is, like, they're good in a control meta, but to be honest with you right now, I don't see that ever happening again. You've seen how dominant Demon Hunter, Hunter Paladin, Shaman, especially Shamans right now is like worst. They just have so many things on like turn 3, turn 4, turn 1, turn 2 even. These cards will never see play. 8 mana, you're just going to be dead by then. So you can't play any of these cards. That's the main problem right now. So overall, these cards are good. Maybe they will be good in a future meta, but with the current state of Hearthstone, I don't think they see much of a place. But I'm hoping the game will slow down with some future changes. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and have a good day.